What's going on, guys? The Impulse Animator today. I'm bringing another video, and in this video, I'm going to be finally starting my series on FNaF character origins. So this is the first episode, and in the poll that I made about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, probably like a week and a half ago, Ennard won. So Ennard is first. But to explain Ennard, I need to explain the Funtimes. And the Funtimes are actually kind of related to Mangle's origin, so I'll also be telling the story of Mangle and the Funtimes. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first event is that William Afton, he and his business partner Henry, they've opened up multiple restaurants like Fredbear and Friends, Fredbear's Family Diner, and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And now they're opening up Circus Baby's Pizza World. Yeah, but it's only open for one day because okay, actually, I'll get to that in a second. I'm not scripting this. I didn't script this. I'm just saying it. Yeah. So, yeah, the animatronics at Circus Baby's Pizza World were Funtime Foxy, Funtime Freddy, Ballora, Baby, and also a Funtime Fredbear and Lolbit. Lolbit is at this point is actually the Lolbit from FNaF World, not the Lolbit from Sister Location. And it's the same with Funtime Foxy. Funtime Foxy is actually the Funtime Foxy from FNaF World, who later on becomes Mangle, rather than the actual Funtime Foxy that we know from Sister Location. But Circus Baby's Pizza World only stays open for one day because William Afton's daughter was told to not go near Circus Baby because she could be dangerous, even though William made Circus Baby for Elizabeth, his daughter. So yeah, either way, when he's not, he takes her to the place for the grand opening, and then when William isn't looking, Elizabeth goes and sees Baby, but this doesn't end up so well, and Baby ends up mutilating her and killing her, bringing her into the stomach. Just so you know, I'm not going to be talking about Molten Freddy and Scrap Baby, just the Funtimes from Sister Location and nothing afterwards. But yeah. Okay, let's continue. After Circus Baby's Pizza World closes, they decide to retire certain animatronics such as Baby and Ballora, and the Funtime Fredbear, also known as Black Time Freddy. That's not, I don't think that's the canon name, but it's the Funtime Freddy from the Fourth Closet. It's the different Funtime Freddy from the regular Funtime Freddy from Sister Location. It's also the same Funtime Freddy that is on the back wall of one of the Sister Location slash pizzeria simulator office in Ultimate Custom Night. That's not Funtime Freddy. That's actually Funtime Fredbear or Black Time Freddy, whatever you want to call it. Black Time Freddy kind of sounds racist, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, he's retired, and he has his endoskeleton taken out, and that becomes Yendo. Funtime Foxy actually is repurposed after the Bite of 83. Like, they keep him in storage, but after the Bite of 83, after the Bite of 83, FNaF, the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closes. The unwithered animatronics, Golden Freddy, and a version of Spring Bonnie is there, but they're all retired, put in the back room of the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza that opens up a couple of years later. And at that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, the unwithered animatronics are all the characters that are performing and stuff, but eventually they become like really withered and stuff and old. But that's because the dead bodies are inside that. So they shove them in the back room and use some of the animatronics for parts. Like they use all the withered animatronics for parts except Withered Freddy, evident by the fact that he only has a few cuts in him rather than like actual missing limbs. Unlike Withered Chica, who has no hands, Withered Bonnie, who has no face and no hands. yeah, no hands, and one arm is completely missing, and a foot is broken. And Withered Foxy has a whole chunk of his head gone. But yeah, they tried to retrofit them with new animatronics, but that didn't work so well. With Foxy, they actually decided to go in a completely different direction, but instead they actually used the old Funtime Foxy from Circus Baby's Pizza World, and they instead named them all the toy animatronics, including Funtime Foxy, who had her name changed to Toy Foxy. But eventually, all the kids rip apart and put back together all those animatronics, and all the staff had to literally fix Toy Foxy during every shift. Fix Foxy during every shift. But then they decided to stop trying, and William and Henry tell them to just leave it, and leave it as a take apart and put back together attraction. Mangle also has the spirit of Susie's dog in it, evident by the Fruity Maze minigame and Ultimate Custom Night cutscenes, when Foxy literally outright says that Mangle is a dog. But yeah, let's move back into the sister location animatronics. They decided to actually reopen Circus Baby's Pizza World in 1996. This is when Fourth Closet happens. I know you're going to say, oh, the books aren't canon. They're in a separate universe. And I do believe that they're in a separate universe, but I believe about 97% of the book's events are true, considering what it says in the Freddy Files updated version. So I'm just going to go off this. This is my theory. By the way, these are all my theories of what happens, based on evidence and things from Phone Guy and stuff like that, and stuff we already know. So yeah, Mangle. They start calling Toy Foxy Mangle, because she's completely mangled and stuff. But yeah, in 1996 they decide to reopen. Freddy Oh yeah, by the way, Mangle ends up biting Jeremy Fitzgerald on the last day that the place is opened. Yeah, just to remind you, yeah, I'm pretty sure Mangle was the cause of the bite of 87, and that ended up like making it so that they had to close it for like years, for like three to 4 years, I think. And then they opened the FNaF 1 location in 1990, probably 1990 or 1991, which is when I think that's when they reopen it, because the bite of 87 was pretty really bad incident. So they're just like, nope, no opening this place for years. But Phone Guy seems like he's been working at the night shift for also for years. So I'm assuming it's either like 2 to 3 years that he's been working at the night shift. And he says eventually opens again, not when the place opens again. He says when the place eventually opens again. So it's probably a while later. Anyway, that's not really relevant. Yeah. So in 1996, they reopened Circus Baby's Pizza World. Baby has the spirit of Elizabeth inside her. And then all the events of Fourth Closet happens. Go just read that book if you want. Just go read that book if you haven't already. But yeah, Baby and William are like together, working together, and then like they infuse all the remnant to the Funtime animatronics and stuff. Blah blah blah. Anyway, they after the events of Fourth Closet, they get retired. They get retired and are put into a Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, so that people could like still use them and stuff, rent them during private parties, during the day, and yeah. So yeah, but they still try to escape. So probably the next year. It's probably the next year that this happens. That they're trying to escape, and eventually Mike comes in. Baby doesn't recognize him at first, because it's her brother, Michael Afton, but she doesn't recognize him at first because she is dead, and she doesn't really have many memories, and is probably phased out some parts of her past now. Anyway, they end up trying to escape, but when Michael comes along, they're just like, Baby eventually eventually recognizes him, and they all come together. They rip out their own endoskeletons and stuff, and they merge together. They tangle their endoskeletons together and become Ennard. And then Ennard, and then in one of the endings of this location, Ennard goes into Michael's body, and he's puked out into the sewer. I think that actually does happen, even though it's not the canon ending. I think that does happen in the actual lore. He ends up in Mike's body, and gets puked out into the sewer, because that allows him to later on become Molten Freddy. Otherwise, FNaF 6 would never have happened, because if that didn't happen, then he would still be stuck in Circus Baby's Entertainment or Mentals. Anyways, yeah, that was the origin story of Ennard, the Funtimes, and Mangle. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of FNaF character origins, and, yeah. In the next episode, I don't know who I'm going to be doing. Maybe the rest of the toy animatronics. Continuing on with Mangle. I'm probably not going to explain Mangle again. But yeah, this is the first episode. I'll try to get another episode out soon. Probably on the toys. If not, the toys and the wizards, because they're, like, tied together. If not that, maybe I'll do Golden Freddy or Fredbear. They're not the same character, so they're gonna have separate videos. Maybe I'll do Golden Freddy, maybe I'll do Fredbear, maybe I'll do William Afton, just in general. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'll try to get the next episode out really soon. Yeah, okay. Bye, guys.
Everything's coming together.